If you're trapped in the endless cycle of yo-yo dieting, starting strong on Monday, giving up by Wednesday, and then hating yourself by the weekend, listen up, it's not your willpower that's broken. The real culprit is the voice inside your head that says, I'm stupid. And it's actively sabotaging you and holding you back from ever escaping this cycle. As a matter of fact, I heard this exact pattern from 2 clients from this week alone. They both shared a vulnerable emotion and then immediately jumped to validate it by saying things like, I'm just silly, or I shouldn't feel this way. And it's this mindset that's destroying your diet and destroying your ability to ever make progress. So today I'm going to show you the exact psychological loop that's keeping you stuck, but more importantly, I'm giving you my exact 3-step circuit breaker to help escape this cycle for good. So you can finally be consistent and achieve that win you've always wanted. So I'm going to walk you through the exact 5-step cycle right now. And we're at the start point, and this is where it all goes wrong. Because this is the slip up. You have a donut, you have unplanned pudding, you have more dinner than you expected. Something goes wrong. This then activates our trigger. The trigger immediately is that voice inside your head that says, I'm stupid, you're silly, you've ruined it now. This is exactly what my client did. She shared her feelings and then immediately said, I'm stupid. That self-deprecation is the trigger for the whole cycle. This trigger then leads to the emotional fallout. Straight away here, shame, guilt, stress, all the common emotions that have a stranglehold on you. This is the stage where your emotions just feel overwhelming and unbearable and you're in so much pain and you just want to get away from them as much as possible. You're emotionally spent and you just feel terrible. Now the brain kicks in, the all or nothing mindset specifically, or as we like to know it, sabotage. Your body gets ready to pull you back out because you can't cope with the emotions you're feeling right now. So phrases like, I've already ruined my day, I might as well carry on eating. You know what, fuck it, I'm not gonna have the dinner I planned. Let's order some pizza instead. You binge, you quit, you start again on Monday. And then we have the last step of the cycle, the inevitable result, or as I know it, the consequences. So here, you gain back the weight, and more importantly, you're back at the start line. Having yet failed another attempt, more convinced you're never going to escape this, and probably lost all of your motivation by this point. And lo and behold, the cycle repeats. And there's one thing you need to understand before I give you my solution of how to escape this, because a lot of you don't understand why the all or nothing mindset actually traps you. It happens at this stage. Why would you want to sabotage yourself? Because surely you want to lose the weight, right? Because the self-hatred that you've become so friendly with and so used to, it triggers 3 powerful but misguided survival strategies. Your brain's trying to protect you, but it's just using the wrong tools. Number 1, the emotional escape. You're numbing the shame. The shame from I'm stupid is an intolerable feeling. You don't like it, you want to get rid of it. But your brain knows food, especially food that tastes good, gives you a quick, all but temporary dopamine hit. It immediately solves that initial pain and makes you feel better. It's super quick, super easy, and it soothes that pain. You're literally eating to stop the feeling of failure. Number 2, cognitive consistency. That's a word that's really hard to say back to back. Your brain loves order. So when the diet rules are broken in your brain, the all or nothing part of your brain declares itself a total failure because it's far less uncomfortable in your brain to fully commit to the I failed rather than be in the weird gray zone of I'm mostly on track. So you choose total failure subconsciously to achieve mental peace. And number 3, and this one probably will surprise you, it's the comfort of the unknown. Success to you, you probably don't know how that feels or don't have much experience of it. Because success means change, and change sucks. And even if this change is positive, it can trigger fear. The yo-yo cycle I described behind me is painful, but it's predictable. Your brain loves predictability. So the sabotage allows you to bail out this cycle and retreat back to the norm. You don't escape it, you keep the predictability of happening. Essentially, that inner critic that I'm just stupid is trying to keep you safe. But keeping you safe is causing you more harm. I'm gonna help you gain control back here at the trigger. The moment you're about to say, I'm stupid, we're gonna take control. We're gonna implement the circuit breaker. And by doing this, we're gonna forge a new path. So we no longer sabotage, we no longer rebound, we no longer end back at the start line. So your new step 3, awareness. Without being rude, you catch yourself on. You're not here to fight or cause conflict, you just notice it. I do it all the time. I'll have a thought about something, maybe in my family life, and I'm just being stupid. And then I'll be like, oh wait, I'm being self-deprecating. I'm just noticing that thought, and this is what you need to do. Now, once we've become aware of it, this next step might sound silly, but it'll be surprising at how much it can help you. So once you've noticed this feeling, you're actually gonna name the person in your head or the thing in your head that is telling you these negative thoughts. The critic, the judge, the saboteur, it doesn't matter, but what you're doing here is separating it from you. You no longer are the person speaking shit of yourself. It is a little voice inside your head that is just a part of your brain. It is not true, it is not a fact. It is just a fleeting thought that has passed by. This helps create space and helps you build tolerance and actual comfort in dealing with it. You are no longer wearing it or responsible for it. And the last step here is the most important one, the re-entry. The re-entry is very, very simple. Say you went out for coffee this morning at 11 o'clock, you had your coffee and then you had that donut, and that's what triggered that initial I'm stupid thought. Say you notice it and you're like, oh, I was speaking badly of myself there. The critic's really loud today. What you then go is be like, I hear that, but what we're going to do instead is this. You make a point of making the next action align with your goals. So at lunchtime at 12:30, you've got your lunch. Rather than ordering that pizza that you normally would to help soothe yourself, you tell yourself, I'm going to eat my normal lunch. You're not trying to undo what you had already previously done. You're just trying to continue as you normally would. If there's any other steps in the day that you've got, like a gym session, you're going to honor that as well. You're going to commit to what you already had committed to prior to the slip up. What you're trying to prove to yourself here is even if there was a mistake, that mistake is now over. It's now in the past. You can't change it. You can't control it. No amount of exercise, no amount of starving yourself is going to fix that. The only thing that's going to fix that right now, continue the path that you normally would. And although this brings you back to the start of the cycle, you're not back at the start of the cycle having to regain all your efforts and put more work in to undo what you previously had done. You're not doing damage reparations. You're actually just carrying on, probably in a better place and ahead of where you ever have been before. So I know it's easy to say, but coming from someone who lives this experience, stop letting a single thought, a thought that you cannot control, a thought that you can only decide what its outcome is, dictate your entire week. Break the cycle today. And if you want something to practice, let me know below. What is the one self-deprecating phrase you're going to try and catch yourself on with saying this week?